Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome out to another Sneak Peek Wednesday, where you get the opportunity to hang out with us for a couple hours and see what the Average Joe Trading community is all about. So, welcome. Glad you guys are gonna be here to hang out with us a little bit today. All right, this morning I wanted to let me turn this volume down because I can hear myself in the headset. It's weird hearing yourself talk. I want to talk to you about a little bit about mastering your levels, and this is key, and this kind of goes along with what I preach every day. Um, Sticking to the level that you're at, learning the strategy that you're working on. Wherever you are, making sure you master that you take time, that you put the time in, and that you focus on that. Because if you don't master these levels, your foundation is going to be shaky. And if you have a shaky foundation, especially in trading, you're going to come crumbling down, and sometimes pretty drastically. So the key is you want to master your level. Successful people master each level that they're on. Using this chart as an illustration, you can't go from 1 to 17 overnight. You can't do it in a couple days or a couple of weeks. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to master each level. And if you think about our educational system, it's the reason why it's set up that way, because you need to master each grade level. You need to master elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and all. You have to master these levels in order to get to the next. Now, we're always going to run into the very small percent of people who have the ability to jump things. They have the ability to take in information quickly, master levels very quickly, possibly skip a level. But that's not the norm. So we have to make sure that we master our level, that wherever we are, whatever strategy we're working on, that we have to master it. We have to learn it forward and backward, inside and out, because there are going to be days, there are going to be times that you're going to need that. You're going to need that support. You're going to need that foundation to fall back on. Now, a lot of times in trading we have that victim mentality. That we're a victim of the markets. We're a victim of our broker, or we're a victim of everything. For the last 2 days, I've had some issues with my platform. More specifically, my buying power. And I can blame my bad days on that, but I'm not doing it. I'm not a victim, and I refuse to be a victim of anything. I'm going to be a victor. I'm going to rise above any challenges or any problems that may come my way, so that I can be successful. And so sitting here complaining about things that are beyond my control doesn't make any sense. So I take what I'm doing, I'm work hard mastering what I'm doing, and I'm going to have the victor's mentality, not the victim. It's a big difference between in that mentality. Having a victim mentality is going to limit you. Now it's going to limit what you can accomplish. It's going to limit your, it's going to hurt your motivation. And you don't want that to creep into your trading. You know, and I'm not going to say you're not going to experience pain. You know, you're going to hurt, and it may hurt. You may hurt for an hour, you may hurt for a day, you may hurt for a week, you may hurt for a couple of months. You may be down for a day or a week or a couple of months. But you can't give up, you can't give in. If this is what you want, then you have to go forward. You have to drive. If you fall down, make sure you fall down on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. And believe me, I went through all of this. You know, I started, and that's why I advocate starting small. Because you're going to lose. You're going to go through hard times. There's no way around it. You know, some people may start out good and just hit the ground running. But, you know, what happens when they don't make it? You know, what are they going to fall back on? You know, they're not going to have that foundation. They're going to have to start over. And it's important to understand that we will have losing days. We will fail. We will go through some pain. But on the other side of it is success. And kind of goes to what I shared with you earlier this week. You know, success may take, you know, you may go 1,000 steps and you still aren't successful. Success may be just around the next corner. You know, but if you don't keep going and you don't turn that corner, you'll never realize the success that you're seeking. So I just wanted to share this message with you. You want to master your levels. Wherever you are right now, you want to master it. And there's certain strategies that I teach to help you do that. And if you follow them, you can master your level. And you can start where you are, build yourself up, and before you know it, you're going to be on your road to consistency and trading success. But just remember, if this was easy, if all this was easy, everybody would be doing it. You know, everybody would be doing it. So I'm striving not to be that statistic. You know, I'm not going to be that failure statistic. I'm striving to continue to make it, continue to grow, and I'm going to continue to master my levels. Alright, let's see what the market has in store for us today. The last 2 days, now I can't say the market was bad, and I'm not going to say that, because there were some solid moves the last 2 days. My problem is I picked the wrong stocks to trade. The stocks that moved on my watch list were solid. You know, look at ESRX yesterday. Solid mover. It was on my watch list. You know, but I picked the wrong one. Netflix, another solid mover. But I picked CAT. CAT stumbled out of the gates, and eventually it broke out. But it stumbled enough to where it stopped me out. And I was just never on the right side of things after that. You know, yeah, I was having some trouble with my my buying power updating. You know, it said I had $4,000 in buying power, and I mean, I know that wasn't right. So I couldn't really buy or really trade, and it did get kind of frustrating. But you know, that's not the reason I got in the wrong stock to start with. You know, but I accept what I did. I mean, I looked at it last night and everything looked good. I would probably do it again. You know, it's just that that stock didn't work out at that time, and it's just part of the game. So I don't let that get me down or beat me down. You know, I'm coming in today ready to do the same thing over again. Alright, so let's look at X. X is being X this morning. I see it chopping around here right now. Alright, you're welcome, guys. If I can't do anything, I'm going to try to give you a little bit of inspiration. It's in full meltdown after stunning loss. Alright. I don't see it putting out earnings. I see a conference call. Okay, earnings were after close yesterday, and they're in a conference call right now. Okay, I got it. So X, we'll take a look at X, but you've got to be real careful with it. You know how X trades. So if you get in it, you need to get in with smaller size so that you can give it a lot of room to maneuver there. STX, I believe this was earnings. I've got a couple stocks that I'm focusing on earnings, and I'm trying to tweak those out now every night, you know, during earnings season. So STX was one of the ones I was looking at, and it seems to have sold off pretty hard here at the open, but it's oversold, so I'm not gonna take it on this at this point. I'm gonna wait for the open. Let's see our old pal Momo and Company. I see no fresh news on it at this point. Maybe we're a little slow a little slow updating, so I have to look deeper into that one. MDCO. It's like it's trying to recover on if it bounced off. Yeah, let's see. Oh, reports first quarter loss, but yet we gapped up. Okay, and they announced agreement with FDA on phase 3 clinical program. Alright, so we got some conflicting news here. Some back and forth stuff. So that might be worth looking at here. Looks like all of these are gonna be worth us looking at. Alright, let's look at AKBA, see what's up with it. That didn't really move much. This thing usually has no volume. Typically has no volume at all. You see, expands drug pack with Japanese firm, lifting shares. Expanded anemia drug deal with Otsuka. Okay, that was yesterday after close. So that's the gap up. Probably not going to be a lot of range in that for me. So I'll pass on it. So let's take a look at the stocks that we have identified. Twitter doesn't have a gap right now. It's pretty much closed up. It gap, well, I can't say it doesn't. It did gap up, but I was watching it and it couldn't hold a VWAP here. It tried twice, couldn't hold a VWAP and started selling off. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Let me put that down. I have been watching it. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about Twitter. I have been watching it. But right now it lost the VWAP, it's lost the 20. It's starting to pull back, but I'm not willing to short it right now. Alright, so let's look at these stocks. We got 5 that we're going to look at here. Alright, so I've already got Twitter up here. And you can see we're starting to lose it. Recover some of that gap. They had a conference call at 8. I'm not sure if we're through it now. We might be over it. But it'll be interesting. It's a lower dollar stock, so I would definitely size up in it. But it does have, some pretty decent windows here of opportunity. I had to update this. So this stock really doesn't trade well until it has a catalyst acting on it. So I'll keep an eye on it. Let's look at X. Open this up a little bit. Wow, there's level after level after level, but luckily we have gapped down below all of this. We're around 25.36, so we're kind of in this gap here. We're kind of around this area, which looks good, honestly. Let's see. See if there's anything in the way here. We've got 25.10, which is just below that. Now it may not be that good after all. Yeah, so we're sitting on some support now here at 25.10, but I still haven't found anything really between 23.86. Let me keep going back here. Let's see. Yeah, we got a little something here. around 24, whole dollar mark. Nah, don't have to worry about that. Alright, so it looks like we might have a little bit of play. We're in this little channel right now between 25.88, 25.10. Under 25.10 looks pretty good. So I'm going to keep my eye open for that. Let's take a look at STX. Yeah, we had this huge sell-off on STX. So we're down toward 46. So let's start marking levels here. And blow this chart up. See, looks like we got some tight areas in here. Let's see, under 46.36. Let's see, let me better mark this. We got 45.58. So if this wasn't so much oversold, I would entertain the idea of getting short here for a move down to this level, but it's so oversold. I don't want to. It's a little bit out of my risk parameters, but that's a decent move. You're starting to make it now. From this rejection of VWAP, you're rejecting this 46.36 level, and we're starting to pull back. And it could possibly test this 45.58 level again on the way down. Chris, the AJT classroom right now is for the morning show and those who are joining us for a sneak peek Wednesday. But you're seeing the exact same thing. And you're hearing me, there's no difference. So if you are a member, the best place to be is in our chat room, because you're going to hear the same thing. You see the exact same thing. Alright, so see, we looked at Twitter, we looked at X, STX. Alright, let's take a look at Momo now. Where are we? 3705. Alright, we got the high right here at 39.25. Alright, we got some decent windows here in Momo. Let's go back and see if they fill up though. So we've got some pretty decent windows here. This is interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, so Momo looks good too. There's nice windows for it to operate. So I like it. MDCO. It's gonna be hard to choose today, but if history repeats itself from this week, I'm probably gonna end up picking the wrong one. We're gonna have stocks that have potential to move. We have to be the ones to pick the right one. I'm not really keen on this stock. MDCO, I don't like the pre-market chart on it. It's kind of fizzled out. So I believe that's gonna be, I mean, that's really enough for me to watch. See, WDC is on. That was on my earnings watch. CREE is up there. We can take a look at those real quick. You know, for me, I only watch 3 stocks at a time, and then I have to like pick the best one. You know, from that watch. See, stock dips as CREE announces joint venture with Chinese firm doing third quarter earnings. Okay, they missed on earnings. Alright, we'll take a look at that. And I know WDC is on earnings, so we'll take a look at both of those. Let's see, CREE. We're trading around 2260, so we are failing. See, that might be the ceiling right there. See, we're losing this level here, this 2272. Alright, that should be good. I don't think we're going to dip down here today. Don't think we'll dip down there today. But CREE looks good, and I like WDC as well. It was on my earnings watch. So we finally got enough volume for it to hit. Well, we'll see. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Let's go back and see where we're at here. I'll let that be the ceiling. We may not get up that high today, so alright, so WDC does have some windows to work in as well. So we've got a lot of stocks you can really choose from here. 7 that actually look pretty decent. X is pretty much taken off, so I can probably scratch that from my watch list. Yeah, so it's gonna be hard to narrow down my watch list today. I can take X off. I'm pretty sure I don't want to deal with it. So that leaves me with 6. So pretty big watch list today. Then I'm gonna have to file down to 3. Probably drop Twitter. I don't think it has a whole lot of range left in it, so I'll probably drop it. It may not make the cut. I'll probably not look at MDCO. So I'll be looking at STX, Momo, CREE, and WDC. So right now, I think that's what, yeah, as soon as I finalize it, I will post it. You know, usually I wait till I finalize the list before I post it. No, I'm gonna continue to look to see if I can find out what's going on with it. It might drop, but I'm intrigued enough to keep it on my watch. You know, I've got 4 so far, but I'm intrigued by what the news is. I'm waiting to see what comes out because I don't think anything's posted yet. But no, that would be the first one to drop if I can't find out anything on it. So that's what I'm looking at this morning. So we'll see what happens. Let me build my charts here. Wrong one. So everything's making a move now. So we'll see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot I've got an extra chart here. No, I don't play second day plays for the most part. Not for my morning trades. Morning trades, I'm looking for fresh stocks on the scan, fresh breakouts, gap ups or gap downs. No secondary plays. The issues I had with Sure Trader, really, it hasn't. I don't know if it's been Sure Trader or what the issue was, but my buying power would never update, and it would be like I can't even say it would be a fraction of what it should be. You know, I had like $9,500 in there yesterday, and it said I had a $4,500 buying power, which makes absolutely no sense. And so I don't even know how it got that way. You know, iBoss was right, but the platform was wrong. Twitter is trying to bait me in here. It's trying so hard to bait me in, but I'm not gonna do it. It's I know it's not on my watch list, but there was a stock that I've been watching early because it started trading, you know, around 6 o'clock this morning. So it was trading when I first cut my platform on. and it would have made my scan, you know, it just had a higher float. And for some reason the float adjustment I did readjusted itself, so I got to go back and fix it again. But you can see where it's rejecting here, and it looks weak all of a sudden. You see a whole lot of people stacked up on the ask, and then it disappears. Now you got a whole bunch of people sitting here on the bid at 1601. So sitting here looking at it was trying to bake me in, but I'm not gonna. I'm taking it off my charts, so I don't have to see it anymore. Yeah, the card works pretty good. You know, I'm just hoping that I get, you know, I get the money, that I can earn the money between now and June 1st, so I can fund it. You know, that's what I'm waiting on. Ryan, it is a script I had to add to Thinkorswim. I don't think it comes in it, and it's been like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. So I'd have to figure it out. If you email me, you know, this evening, I'll look it up for you. Or somebody in chat may have it, you know, readily available. But I know there was a script I had to add so that I could get the previous day's clothesline on it. No, no, Mario, I can't do that. What I'll do is just wire out. I won't put any money on my card at the end of this month. Whatever I'm over, whatever over 5 grand I am, I'm just gonna wire it out to my bank and just let it sit there until I get 10 grand to fill my so that I can fund IB. Oh, let's see. But here's how bad my week is going. If you look at this is the chart. You know, you can see I've had an up and down week. Starting here Monday, Tuesday, hasn't really been that good. You see, I started a downtrend here, so I need to pick it up. It's just been real tough, and it's really just been me picking the wrong trades. Like I said, I can't blame it on anybody else. It's just me picking the wrong trades. Because on my watch list, I have stocks that are moving. I just choose the wrong ones. Francis, I'm choosing IB because they will let you open an account with 10 grand. Speed Trader now requires you to have 30 grand to open it up. When I first went to Speed Trader, I could open it up with 10 grand. But I guess they've changed it since then. So now I chose IB because I could get, a margin account with the 10 grand. I could start swing trading in it. And that's going to help me make, close the gap from 10 to 25K a little bit quicker. There's a couple of, you can do a per share structure in IB. Man, WDC, all of these stocks have wiped out going into the open. Making the move. Think about that, Matthew. Why wouldn't I swing in SureTrader? The fees. Yeah, you can day trade out of Thinkorswim if you have 25K. You can day trade, but you're gonna get slower fills, and the platform is not really conducive to day trading. It's more conducive to swing trading. Yep, and the fees are higher. Actually, the TD Ameritrade, which is through Thinkorswim, their commissions are higher than SureTrader. Yeah, Thinkorswim is free. We're talking about the trading, the commissions to trade. See, they have to pay for that Thinkorswim some kind of way. You're going to pay for it one way or the other. Man, STX is gone. It's gone bye-bye. I don't know if there's going to be enough of a move in there for me at all once this thing gets done. I'm not using, right now, I'm not even in, I've got my account open, but it's not funded. So I don't have any platform or anything. But what I plan on doing is using DOS. DOS can connect to IB. That's why I chose IB over Lightspeed and these others, because I can connect, the DOS platform to it. And this is what's frustrating, is all of these stocks are making the moves we're looking for pre-market. WDC, STX, even X. Momo is flatlining, so I'm not even watching it anymore. It's not on my charts. So that was like I said, it would probably be the first man out, and it was. It's the first man out. Yeah, most good brokers will allow you to make buttons and all of that stuff. Or you can have hotkeys. You know, most good platforms allow you to do that. They allow you to customize it to you. And I probably need to use hotkeys. I was playing around with them Monday, um, but still not 100% comfortable with it. I just have that big loss I took when I first tried to use it, when I was trying to trade gap and go. You know, I took this massive loss, and I've had a bad taste in my mouth with hotkeys ever since. No, Mario, I don't typically use the ascending or descending support. I don't typically use it. Now, sometimes I do come in, you know, I do bring it in if it's just plain obvious to me, but, you know, I generally don't. Somebody told me there's a way, or there's a ticker that you can use to test out hotkeys, but I haven't really explored that yet. You know, I'm pretty dumb. I'm using my hotkeys in a live environment. Still, yeah, I look at the volume, and I look at, you know, it has to be a stock in play that day. It has to be one with catalysts that's gonna make that move. Man, Twitter is just calling my name. It's saying short me, short me, short me. Man, everything is everything is making a move pre-market. Run. Fiddlesticks. Yeah, X is making a strong move down as well. Um, I look for VWAP trades, you know, within the first 30 minutes. You know, if we get a stock that runs up and pulls back, you know, I'll look to get in off of the VWAP on a pullback. Or if a stock fades and then tries to recover, I'll take a VWAP rejection trade. It could be within the first 30 minutes. Reversals, you know, can be in the same, you know, within the first 30 minutes too, but I won't actively look for them until say 11. 10:30 or 11, somewhere in there. All right, let's switch over here. Yeah, I look for them all day long. I look for VWAP trades all day. Yeah, Thomas, usually when everything has made its move pre-market, then I kind of just wait for the secondary move. I wait and watch how it opens and typically look for a secondary move on it. Yeah, I'm not just going to take it in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, a lot of times the hardest part in trading is sitting on your hands. I use Open Broadcaster to record my trades. Open Broadcaster software. It's a free software, and then I download it in the Movie Maker. Where if I need to edit or do whatever, I can do it in Movie Maker, which is another free download. So as long as the free stuff is good and works well, then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use it. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah, too much to look at right now. Too much to look at. Too much eye candy. Bum, Now, if STX would have gotten bought up and gone up here and tapped the VWAP here in the 9, then I would have looked at getting short. But I'm not going to chase it down. I'm definitely not going to chase it down. I mean, that's just not something that I would be comfortable with. To me, it would be a gamble. You know, yeah, it could pay off, but that's not the way I trade. So let's see, CREE is trying to set up here 2210. I don't know if I could get the 2210 level on here. Nah. I have to wait till it gets there.
X.
But X is falling off a cliff. STX, WDC. Wow, MDCO just, it fell off a cliff too on no volume. It just died. I don't know why the heck everything is selling off and the market is pushing up.
X. U. 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 U.
I think right now CREE is the one I'm eyeing for opening range breakdown. Everything else is pretty much sold, is too far sold off for me to go that route. So wait for this 5-minute opening range to set.
AVX.
So we'll see what it does here. I don't like the 2-minute and what it's doing. So that's giving me some pause here. That's what's kind of giving me some pause. Alright, so I'm in for the 5-minute opening range breakdown, but what I'm doing is I got in a little bit early before we broke the low of this candle, because I'm kind of using VWAP as my guide. If we lose VWAP, then I'll take the trade off. Then I know that, you know, we're not going to get anywhere. But it's VWAP is what, you know, I'll be looking at. This, like I said, this gave me some concern here. This isn't lining up on multiple time frames, but I really base my trade off the 5-minute. So even though this really didn't give me a good indication that we were going to continue down and we're going to have an opening range breakdown, I was just kind of looking at the 5-minute and kind of going from there. So as far as an opening range trade, for me, this looked to be my best opportunity to get a trade. Everything else looks like I'd have to wait for a secondary move or something like that. So again, on CREE, I'm looking at the VWAP, which is at 22.45. So if we don't get a close below that, I think we might get a bounce. May possibly test the 20 here. So my finger will be on the trigger to get out of this here if I have to. And we are stuck.
X.
We're stuck here. Yep, something's holding this up. Don't know what it is. I know we're starting to work here. My first target would be 22.10. So I'll put that bid out there just in case we get a quicker move down.
X.
But since I don't have my hard stop in yet,
STX.
you know, I'm gonna be my own bailout button.
U.
Why is this chart not working today? I think our swing charts are starting to lag here. What's going on with this? We're not getting any good follow through on this. Ugh. Sad.
STX.
Sad, 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 sad. Need some follow through on this. I can't get the price on my lower deviation band. Trying to get 22.10 for my first target here. Alright, so I'm out half CREE at 22.10. You see that got hit. And for some reason I can't get my charts to open up here on Thinkorswim so I could find the next level. I need to know where this next level is on CREE. Let's see.
NFLX.
It's 21.50. I don't know if we're going to get there. We may bounce beforehand. Because the lower deviation band right now is at 22.08. So I'm not sure if we're going to get through 22 right now. That's going to be the issue right now. The lower deviation band from the VWAP is at 22.08. So we may get a bounce. So I'm watching this 2-minute candle here. This is when I kind of defer to the 2-minute to see if, right now we're making a higher low. And if this, pushes and closes green, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And lock in the profit that I do have. Because oftentimes these stocks will bounce off the lower deviation band and push up. It will be, a solid level of support.
NFLX.
So I'm going to wait and see if we can get through 22. If we can push that band down some. Because 21.50 is the next level that I see on CREE. So I'll go ahead and put it out there so you can see what my target will be. So I'll put a bid out for 21.50. That's my final target on this. And I've got to mark it up. Yeah, I'll put it on market because if I have to bail out, then I'll mark it out of it.
PG.
JC, my entry was right here, 22.41. The average cost right here will show my entry. all the parameters, and over here you see this is the bid that I have out for the last 250 shares. And I'm not setting a hard stop because I'm only focusing on this one ticker. A lot of times when I'm looking at other tickers, I'll set a hard stop and then go look at something else. Well, I found that that's really kind of messed me up, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to start focusing on just the trade that I'm in. And I think that's going to help, kind of help me going forward. Not worrying about trying to get in 2 or 3 trades or trying to find the next trade while I haven't finished one. No, when I got in CREE, I used the close of the candle. I didn't use the wick. I used the close, the body of the candle. You see, and everything was trending down. So that gave me conviction to take the trade. So what I'm doing is I'm watching for price action here. I'm watching if we start seeing a lot of buyers coming in,
STX.
I'll take 150 shares off in this area here because it looks like we're running into a supply zone here. And see, I might not have gone back far enough on the chart to find all of the levels, or this one might not have stood out to me. Oh man, it didn't give me a chance to take it off. If it dips down again, I'm gonna take 150 shares off here because we're starting to bounce. I didn't like what I saw when we got down to like 78, 75, 76. I didn't like what I saw there, so I took some off, locking in more profit. So, but I'll still, have my still put a bid out for this last 100 at 21.50. But I had to take profit just in case we lost this deal. If we lose this fight, then I would have booked a little bit more profit. So I'm gonna watch it again. Watch when we get down here around 75, 76 to see what's coming in. We got a lot of sellers stacked up now.
STX. TMO. PRGO.
Man, STX is beautiful. We had, a lot of good movement on our watches again this morning. Just a matter of picking the right ones. Kind of sticking with it. Um, Paul, I can't really. I'll look at it, once I get through with this trade. But my eyes are on the trade I'm in right now. So here we go again. Looks like we're gonna chew through it this time. Yep, excellent. Nope. We're chewing through that. See if we can keep the momentum up. But you can tell you can tell when you hit a supply zone, because when you hit it, you see the activity in level 2 and time and sales pick up. Not only do you see more buyers and sellers come in, you see the activity pick up. The volatility picks up. So you know you're at a supply zone at that point. And I was kind of late to react to this and didn't take profit when I should have. I gave up about 10 cents on profit on this because I didn't react to it the first time. I kind of hesitated. But whenever you see this and you're in the money and you've got some more profits you can lock in, you want to lock it in, because you don't know whether that stock at that point is going to turn. I don't know if we're going to get through the zone or not. It seems to be pretty stout, because when we chew through it, it just comes right back. All right, Paul, I glanced at AAOI and you still looking good. You still looking real good. So until it gives you an indication to sell, I would, if you can take profit along the way, take profit along the way. But it's looking good. See here, we're still stuck in this supply zone here. And watch, as we get closer to 2170, we may pick up some more volatility. And we'll see if we can dip through it this time. We got to crack this 2170. All right, you're welcome.
CREE.
Here we go. Come on down, man. Come on, we can do it. You can do it. So 2150 is my final target. I'm not going to be greedy. If it continues to wash out and all of this stuff, I may even click it if we start to get hung up before we get to 2150. I will exit out of this thing. I'm not gonna be greedy and lose this.
CREE.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it.
TMO.
See, we're starting to run into another zone here. And this could be residual effects from 2150. Because the $half marks, anytime you reach a supply zone that's based on a level of support or resistance, it can start reacting to it 10 cents away.
STX.
So that could be where we're at. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna do this manually now. Because if I have to click it at like 55 or something, then I'll do that. You know, whatever I need to do.
CREE. WYN. TMO.
But I'm waiting for this price to hit 2150 or better. If we get hung up around here, then, you know, I'll take it off. If it doesn't seem like I'm on a book profit, you know, that's the name of the game. When you're growing your account. Now, if I had all this money and I could sit here and let it work, that'd be different. But I don't. You know, I'm trying to grow this account. See, we're in a fight here around this 2150 level. And I'm starting to see, you know, if I start to see more buyers come in than sellers, then I'm gonna have to click it. I'm giving this a chance.
CREE. PRGO.
Giving this a chance. Look at all this running through. All right, awesome. My finger's on the trigger here. All right, I'm out. So hit my target. We're done.
WYN.
I'm not sure exactly what price I got out, but my target was this level here. I think it was either 46 or 47. But that was my target. That was my final target, so I took it off. It can go down. It can continue to sell off. You know, that's fine. But my target was hit. I'm not going to cry about it. And I'm going to tell you, let me show you what I'm looking at. Because I use this as for my charting.
PRGO.
And you see, here was a level here, the 2150. Where RSI right now is at 17. Just as I, you know, had kind of predicted it. So I thought we may bounce here off of this 2150. So that was going to be my final target.
AKBA.
But our job is not the top tick and bottom tick stocks. It's to catch the meat of the move. And that's what we did. We caught the meat of the move. That's exactly what we did. That was, you know, so I'm happy I did my job. Let me see what I got filled at 2146. That's where I got filled. So very little slippage. Practically no slippage on that. So we had a lot of stocks make some real good moves here.
CREE.
Yeah, so CREE, I mean, it can come down and it can possibly hit
TMO.
21. But you can't sit here and say, man, look at this. I gave up 10 cents. I gave up 20 cents, because what it's going to do is cause you to make a mistake the next time. What my stop was? My stop was a close above the VWAP here. See, here was the opening candle here. This was the opening candle. It was a doji. We had a little wick to the upside, a bigger wick to the downside. So in this case, I usually defer to the body. I defer to the open and the close to set my opening range. And that's what I did on this. I deferred to the open and the close. And now that I have the now that I have the close here, we're right here below VWAP. So I took the trade. And if we closed, if this candle turned around and it closed back above VWAP, then I would have stopped out and waited to see if we reject off the 20 here. And that's why I was saying my stop was going to be a close above VWAP. And it didn't. It worked right according to plan. We had the breakdown. Now, yeah, you could have waited here, but there were several reasons why I didn't wait. One was this level should be at 2210. At 2210. That's just the level here. So if I had waited, this wouldn't have made any sense either. So I wanted to get in where I could get my first profit target here at 2210 at this level. And this is where we kind of got hung up. And I don't take chances. If I see a supply zone acting on it and we're in a little bit of a fight and we don't get through it relatively easily, I'm going to take some off. Now, I didn't take the whole 250 off because I wanted to give my trade a chance to get to my target. And that's why I did that. So we've got a pretty slow, effortless trade. Had I had more size, I could still be in it right now. I could have set my target, had some more size to just hold off another 100 shares. But you have to trade within yourself. Remember, we were talking about this morning, you have to master your levels.
AKBA, AKBA, AKBA.
Yeah, STX, the pullback could definitely be a secondary trade.
WYN.
But what I want to see it do is pull all the way back. Like CREE, if we get a pullback all the way back to the 9, possibly the VWAP here, then I'll get back short for the trend continuation. But I would need to see a bounce. Just this candle here going up to 50 and rejecting and then coming back over. That's not the move I want to get in.
AKBA.
Yep. So you look at STX. I would have wanted to see it pull back, tighter to the 9 moving average here, or tighter to the VWAP. For me, in my risk management,
CREE.
I wouldn't get in here. I would wait for it to pull back, because oftentimes when I get in, it makes a little move and then it turns
WYN.
around and goes back. So for me, that's what I would like to see.
WYN. AKBA. AKBA.
All right, so here's the time, here's where you just really want to be patient. And don't jump in, don't chase anything. Just wait for the clean setups, because it'll be too
WYN.
easy
WYN.
to come in here and do it. Let me see, since I didn't type out my entries and exits. These are the particulars on the trade here. Sometimes trying to type it in and all of that gets distracting, which is why I just stream my platform live, and you can see my entries and exits. The price comes up here, tells you exactly what I'm doing. If you're not listening, you can see it. Some people can't. Some people I drive crazy talking, so they may not want to listen to me.
WYN. AKBA. 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 STX.
Let's see, I haven't, none of these stocks that I was watching, STX and CREE, they haven't given me a defined pullback to get back in.
CREE.
I got to have a defined pullback, something similar to this, to where we test a technical level. That's really what I'm looking for. You know, CREE is still, you know, below
WYN.
the RSI right now is below 15.
AKBA. STX.
Well, I'll put it over here because I don't want to block my
CREE.
I don't want to block my other charts. Damn, look at this thing. It's gone all the way to 21.
WYN. MTSI. AKBA. AKBA. AVX.
Let's see. I like WYN. We're stretching that rubber band out tight. No, WYN, not WYNN. We're stretching that rubber band out tight here.
WYN.
No, and this is WYN is working on, you know, all-time highs. So we're breaking out to all-time highs here, and you know, all you can use are whole and half dollar marks that you're gonna look for reversal. You know, so the first one, you know, from here we will be looking at you know, 150. We'd be looking, you know, that level first,
WYN.
and then we'll look at, you know, 101, and then 101.50. That's kind of how I manage these trades that you're breaking out to all-time highs or breaking down to all-time lows. But these are a little bit more risky because you just don't know. You don't know. So it's harder for you to anticipate. Plus, it's harder for you to sit back and wait for the actual rejection to happen. Other thing about this, you got a huge spread on this. No, huge spread at times. So, and then on this, what I normally do is wait for a 5-minute candle, you know, to close, to reject this.
BOFI.
Wait till the next candle opens,
BOFI.
and then watch to see what it does. If not, if it claims this level, then you just wait for the next level, and you wait for the next level.
WYN.
Yeah. Yeah, Darius. AAOI opened up the teller again today. I wasn't in line today, so I missed out on that free money that's been given out.
CREE.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, CREE is one of those that defied logic here.
ABX.
Yeah, this one has too big of swings here for me. It's a little bit. Swings are a bit much.
CREE. AKBA. ABX.
It's painful waiting for this candle to close here. Because I'm waiting on this candle to close. I want to see what the next one looks like. But yeah, we're giving up almost a point here. But just trying to catch the meat of this move. Ah, can't catch it. Can't catch it. Can't catch it. See if we get another pop back up here. Ah, it's doing it. Alright, so I got in 99.73. I'm looking at the reversal on this. Off the top, back down to VWAP here. See if we can run this back down. So my stop is gonna be a candle to close back above 100. I mean, it's got to close back above it. So if it closes back above 100, then I'll take it off.
ABX.
Make sure, AZ, you mean WYN, because WYNN is different. Yeah, the longer this gets held up here, the worse this is going to be for the trade. This thing needs to wash down through 99 relatively quickly here, or else we're going to be dead in the water.
STX. ABX.
Let's see, this thing really needs to be going. If it's going to go, it needs to go.
ABX.
We should be getting a harder rollover than this.
STX. ABX.
I want to see it get down and test this 99. low dollar mark again. I mean, and like I said, everything looks good on this, but when you're dealing with a stock that's broken out to new highs and you don't really have any established support or resistance, um, you know, sometimes you just have to be quick to, you know, to read the price action and just kind of take what it gives you. You know, this, I expected this based on the move up. I expected this to be a little bit quicker and more defined move down. And we just didn't get it. You know, we have a fight all the way down. You know, right now we're at the half dollar mark, but at least it should have gotten to 99. You know, I would have expected this kind of fight at 99, where, you know, I would have just taken it off. But I guess when, you know, because it may be getting a whole lot of attention right now. But I would think they would wait for the pullback, at least the VWAP, before they start buying it back up. I just can't see people buying it right here. There's just no logic to it. There's no logic to you buying it off of this level. It should, you know, at least come come back closer to VWAP. Yeah, if it bounced,
FCAU.
yeah, if it pulled back to VWAP and it held, you know, yeah, it'd be good. It'd be a good VWAP bounce. I really don't like the way this thing is trading right now. I really don't. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, and then I'll click it. I don't really like the way it's trading. I think I'm just gonna throw in the towel on this. I think I'm gonna give it this one more 5-minute candle. This candle right here. And if we can't get a clear direction, if we don't lose it, then I'm not gonna sit here and wait on it. I'm gonna make an executive decision here. Let's see what's it doing here on the 2-minute. Yeah, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Yeah, no need to sit here and play with it. Just take it off. It just didn't follow through. You see, it just didn't follow through. And you could tell, I could kind of get that feeling when we weren't getting any downward pressure and we just couldn't get through all of this. So the best thing to do is to click it. Don't sit there and let it stop you out and give back more of your profits. Just take it off. Alright, but that's for right now, I think that's it for the morning moves. That's usually what happens. And then we sit back and wait until we see what happens coming out of lunch. Give Benzinga Charlie a chance to help us out.
CREE.
Think CREE's finally gonna get that 2075 level.
Crude now above $50.
Alright, so that's good. We had a good solid trade on CREE. Solid trade on CREE. And we had a good look here on WYN, on WYN. It was a very good look. Excellent risk reward trade. It just didn't work out the way I had anticipated it. It really should have made a stronger move down. Really should have, but it didn't. And we may get it here. It still may make that. But you see the 9 is creeping up, and that's going to take away some of the potential trading range on it. I really liked this because the 9 was below the VWAP at this time. And I felt we had a good chance of getting back here to VWAP. But I don't know why these idiots were buying it up here. You know, that made absolutely no sense. But other people are, people are on different programs, so it is what it is. Yeah, but I can't, I can't answer any questions on IB. I don't have their platform. I don't even use it. And I don't plan on using it. I plan on using DOS. So if there are IB questions, I can't answer that. Yep. You can, you can connect IB to your DOS platform. Yep, sure can. At least last I checked, you could. Right now, I don't see a whole lot of follow through. I see a lot of moves maybe sideways or just not really giving you any substantial moves. So no trades right now. I probably won't take any trades until, after lunch if things set up. No, I wouldn't consider re-entering WYN. Like I said, right now what I see in the market is everything trading in a channel. I don't see anything breaking out of a channel or, doing anything out of character. Chris, yeah, MTSI was a good bounce. That was a nice reversal off of 46. That was a real nice reversal. See, this is the time of the day when you start giving your profit back, and that, that's unfortunate. And see, let me see. I don't typically do this until I'm done trading, but this is a solid morning. 252. I got a $5 loss on this trade. Because I clicked it, it wasn't working. So why sit there and watch something that doesn't follow your plan? Because the whole time I'd have been waiting, the 9 moving average is creeping up, up, up. Next thing you know, I'd have been stopped out for, $50, $60. Doesn't make sense. When you see something happening and you read the price action correctly, then you get out of it. So AAOI, looks very inviting. But I know the market that we're in. I know the way the market is trading right now and how it's been doing the last, several days, last several weeks, you've had some good traders lose a lot of money, over the last couple of weeks. And it's all in how you manage your risk and how you see the market. Everything that we're traded, look at CREE. It kind of flatlined, is trading between this 2075 level and that 2150 level. It's trading in that channel. Look at STX. Look at what it's doing. Let's see, what level is this on STX that it's sitting on. $41.92. Well, that's close enough. It's, where everything's just going sideways, so no need to jump in any trades right now. You need to wait till you get a nice clean setup. Alright guys, so that has been my morning. I thank you guys for stopping by for our sneak peek on Wednesday. If I was still trading and there were more opportunities out there for me to get in, I would keep it running, but I don't want to use up all of my hours or my minutes for this month, because next Wednesday, we may be trading up until 12 o'clock. So I want to make sure I manage the minutes here so I can give you guys the best opportunity to come in and check us out and see, what we're all about. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. And if you like what you see, come and join us. I mean, this is just scratching the surface of what we offer. If you are a yearly member, you have weekly classes, and then we have twice a month, small group mentor sessions, which are a little bit more focused on problems that you may have. So, just come check us out. All right, you're welcome, guys. Y'all have a great day. Remember, trade for skill.
Michael Kors reports that talks between Coach and Kate Spade have stalled, and Coach is exploring a merger with Michael Kors. Sources mentioning offer of $52 per share stock and cash. That's unconfirmed market chatter for KORS. Michael Kors, COH Coach, KATE, Kate Spade.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So trade for skill, not for money. If you nail that skill, yeah, the chat room stays open all day. We're in chat all day. And like I said, on Wednesdays, we have the education webinars every Wednesday for the yearly subscribers. Then we have the twice a month small group mentor sessions that we have. So we're here all day. I mean, I do take a lunch break. I do advocate everybody take a break in the middle of the day to kind of reset from the morning to the afternoon. So we do take lunch breaks, but we're here pretty much all day. Alright guys, so have a great rest of the day. Don't give back any of that money. Thanks, Gerald. Don't give back any of that money you made this morning. Lock it up and put it in your account.